Every generation has its own heroes. Some of them never make it out of the shadows, and some of them never take off their masks. A failed audition could have meant a bad day for Donder, but meeting Ladybird and finding his thunderous catchphrase puts our hero Jeff Donner in high spirits during his long commute back to the suburbs, where he has a standing Sunday night dinner date with his father, Geoff Sr., his dad Sandy, his sister Maia, and his niece Mila. But the home front isn't always peaceful either.
Good grief, aren't you ever in a bad mood?
Of course. Just not right now.
Yeah, Mom, chillax. Not everyone's a wet blanket like you.
A wet blanket, huh? Who taught you that one?
Grandpa?
Dad, Pops, dinner's ready.
Do you need some water?
I'm fine. Last I checked, I was 60% water.
Some of that might be piss and vinegar, too.
Piss and vinegar?
Oh, good. More vocabulary lessons.
What your granddad is saying is that I'm an old grump who doesn't take bullshit. Who doesn't take the short end of the stick from anyone.
Including me.
Oh, especially you. There I was, lying helpless in a hospital bed. And when they opened me up to give me a new kidney, you took my heart. I wasn't supposed to follow it.
Well, I'm not giving it back.
You better not.
Can we eat now?
You okay, Jeffy?
Oh, it's my back. I need to get some new gel insoles for my shoes.
I can give you some money.
No, Dad, absolutely not. I get paid on Friday, and then I can buy some.
I know Nemo's isn't, like, a great job, but at least you're working.
I like Nemo's.
I'm just glad you got a job after grad school instead of falling into all that superhero nonsense. Maybe you aren't using your history degree, but at least you aren't in a profession with a 98% unemployment rate.
Aren't the unemployment melting pot's nemesis?
Nemesis, and yes, but it wasn't the unemployment's fault, remember? They were driven to crime by the villainous greed of Business B.
Uncle Jeff, could you not?
She's the worst. I bet that B stands for something else.
Mila!
Bossy?
Do you want some cornbread, my sweet little potato?
I'm not a sweet potato, I'm a fierce potato.
Do you want some cornbread, my fierce potato?
Yes, please. Thank you, Granddad. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a super named Fierce Potato, and you're gonna be my confidant, Uncle Jeff. And when my nemesis find out who I am, they'll come after you and they'll try to drop you off a building. And then I'll swoop in at the last second and say, "You were almost mashed potatoes!" And then I'll smash their potatoes! Pew, pew, pew.
You're not going to be a super Mila. You're going to a vocational college so you can learn plumbing or VCR repair. Something people will always need.
You don't think people will always need help? Dad's a nurse, Maia, and Pops was a civil engineer.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I wasn't always that civil.
Nurses and engineers serve the public. Supers serve themselves. Scratch a nurse and you get more nurse.
Ow! Not literally, Jeff.
Scratch a super and you'll find someone who isn't brave enough to face their own problems.
Whoa. You okay, Pops?
Just some water in the wrong pipe, I think.
Here, take your pills. I love the salad dressing, Jeffy. The chili tastes a little different, though, in a good way.
It's chocolate chips.
The chili has chocolate in it. Can I have some more?
Great job, Uncle Jeff.
It's also made with 3 kinds of beans, ground turkey, and spinach. So yeah, you're welcome, sis.
You take such good care of us, Jeffy. Are you done, honey?
My show's on.
I'll take you to your room.
I can do it, Dad. Let's go, Pops.
I'd say that was none of your business, Lieutenant. Well, if you say so, but,
What did you do today, son?
Oh, man, Pops, I met this super today. She's so cool. She's sort of got this whole, Jackie O vibe and take no jackweed attitude. She's gotten actual gigs, legal contract work, temporary, but still work. She gave me a code to friend her on K-Book.
Oh, that sounds nice.
all right, what's the next step?
What'd you do today, son?
I went to an audition, Pops. I met another super, a female super named Ladybird. She seems really cool, and we're gonna be allies.
I'm not deaf or stupid, son. I heard you the first time. What'd you do today?
I just... What? You're my confidant, and I'm supposed to tell you about my day, but I don't know what you want to hear.
I want to hear that you're happy. Are you happy?
Let me help you into bed.
When I was a kid, Founding Father was the greatest super this country had ever seen. Born and bred right here in Philly. He didn't wait for someone to tell him what to do to help the city. He just did it.
Times are different. There are laws now, and it turns out that Founding Father was in America first, so he's kind of problematic now.
You gotta get your face out there. In person. Not on the internet. Old school.
Vigilantes get caught. They lose their super identities for good. Remember Bugman? You know, I don't know what I would do if I lost Donder. Ever since you got that kidney transplant, all I can think about is, what about everyone else's dads? What about the sons and daughters and wives and all the people without families who need help? I only had one kidney to give you. What do I have to give the world except everything else? Pop. I love you, Pops. Next time on Tights. With sore feet in old sneakers, mild-mannered Jeff Donner fills his dad's gas tank so he can drive to work. He pays the utilities. Then he uses his last $30 to buy a one-way ticket to
SuperCon, where you can find your allies, where you can find your nemesis, where you can find yourself.
Thank you all so much for coming to SuperCon Philly!
Ever thought of having a team? Like, maybe a weather-themed team?
You seem like a good guy, but I don't think we'd make a very good team.
You okay in there, Chief?
Yeah. Just didn't eat a very healthy lunch.
If you ever do anything, tell me first.
But
there's ways around the vigilante laws. Proof that you're worth the trouble.
Same Tights time, same Tights channel.